your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 3 people were forced from their home by a fire on the northeast edge of Morrill early Wednesday morning, just north of the high school football field, with early indications that 3 people were trapped inside with flames reported at the front of the residence, no rear exit, and windows too small for escape. As firefighters arrived, they were told all occupants had been assisted out of the house, which was fully involved, and with mutual aid from Mitchell Fire, the blaze was contained by 2 a.m. Crews remained on scene another 2 hours as State Fire Marshal investigator Ryan Sylvester was called in for the ongoing investigation. No injuries were reported among the occupants or firefighters, and firefighter ministry was tending to the residents' immediate needs. Also assisting on the scene was the Nebraska State Patrol, Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Department, Regional West EMS, Black Hills Energy, Airlink, and the Morrill Electric Department. Well, embattled Scottsbluff County Commissioner Charlie Knapper has responded to the dismissal of a harassment protection order filed against him in July, saying he harbors no ill will against the petitioner, but also called the issue election interference via a lawsuit. County Register of Deeds Gene Bauer had filed the petition, which was originally granted temporarily, and Knapper responded with a request for an evidentiary hearing, which had been scheduled for this week. On Monday, Bauer asked for the dismissal of the case, saying in a release to media that she, quote, made the very hard decision to dismiss the harassment protection order entered by the court on her behalf against Charles Knapper. In Knapper's statement late Tuesday afternoon, he said there was no other logical conclusion for the dismissal other than Bauer could not produce evidence supporting her claims, and he called the petition nothing more than a political ploy to spread innuendo, rumors, and lies in an effort to provide misinformation to the constituents of District 3. Ballots for the recall election against Knapper were placed in the mail this week and must be returned to the county elections office by 5 p.m. September 9th. And the city of Bridgeport has agreed to provide a portion of the financial backing that helps Morrill County Community Hospital continue 911 emergency medical response in community and the county. During a special meeting Tuesday evening, the City Council approved a funding package for the service, which hospital representatives had told elected officials would have ended in May without some sort of assistance. Mayor Gail Beyer told KNB News that allowing the service to end, as it had been scheduled in May before discussions began, was just not an option.
We know that we need the program. We need that service for our community members. We are an aging community and very good. You know, we have some great people who have been here many decades, and we want to make sure everybody's taken care of. But we're also looking at growing Bridgeport responsibly, and part of that is having a 911 ambulance service to bring people to town to make them feel comfortable and safe here.
The council agreed to a $75,000 initial payment on October 1st, plus $500 per local call monthly, to a total up to $150,000, while the county has agreed to pay the hospital an equal amount in a lump sum. Beyer said there's every indication the hospital board will agree to the plan and is already working on steps to minimize the cost of future service. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
It's time for an upgrade, and don't spend a dime for 2 years. That's right, 0 zip zilch, with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. That's August 2027. Say goodbye to drafts and outdated design, and hello to our acclaimed replacement windows and our stunning ensemble entry doors. Get energy-efficient windows and doors and beautiful upgrades with zero regrets. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Welcome back. A 45-year-old Gering man who defrauded more than half a dozen customers to the tune of $34,000 has pled guilty to charges in order to avoid standing trial. Timothy Wilson, the new owner of Dandy Duck LLC, was facing 4 separate felony cases in Scottsbluff County District Court for duping and stealing tens of thousands of dollars from his customers after lying about HVAC work that needed to be done. Last week, Wilson pled guilty to 2 Class 2A felony charges of theft by deception, more than $5,000, with all remaining counts dismissed. As terms of the plea, he agreed to pay $34,000 in restitution to the 8 victims from Scottsbluff, Mitchell, Morrill, Lyman, Gering, and Thornton, Colorado. Sentencing has been set for October 17th with Judge Andrea Miller. Well, an 18-year-old Gering woman who was arrested earlier this year for allegedly stabbing a friend in the leg was back in court this week. Savannah Billy was arrested in April after a Scottsbluff officer found the victim crying near Avenue K and 20th Street. She says she was kicked out of a car, and then Billy and another female jumped her, causing her to bleed, and she had cuts several inches long. Last week, her attorney was able to plead the felony assault charge down to a misdemeanor of third-degree assault by mutual fighting, and Billy will be back in court on October 14th for sentencing.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Literally back here at the sports desk with you today as we continue to move through our fall sports team previews. We're back on the Scottsbluff High School beat for you today with a look at the Bearcat runners and girls golfers heading into the fall. At Scottsbluff Country Club late last week, I visited with girls golf coach, head coach Brock Ayler about the prospects for his team on the links this season.
We're excited. We're excited. I think we have some room to still move. We definitely got some room to improve. We returned 4 of our top 5, and we're excited about it. Addie Peck spent a lot of time on the golf course this summer. She went to a lot of tournaments. She did a fantastic job of being a good leader, and that's what I expect of her. And she's excited, and she has high goals set for herself, and she may, a possibility of maybe seeing some college golf. The other girls are excited too. A lot of fathers and stuff, good parenting and stuff. Just get them out, making them excited about it, make it a family game, and we're excited. We got a shot to be pretty good. Hopefully make it to state and kind of represent Scottsbluff and the community well, and we'll do what we can to get there.
Coach Ayler mentioned Addie Peck. She finished as Class B runner-up last year, and she put in plenty of time with plenty of great experiences to go along with it over the summer months.
Yeah, I played in a lot of events this summer. I think I spent more time in Central than our own time zone. So some of the bigger events I played in was the Central Nebraska Junior Amateur, the Women's Amateur, the Nebraska Girls Match Play, and I went all over the state playing in big and small tournaments, getting those multiple tournaments in, as well as just the one days, playing against a lot of Class A girls and people who play D1 and who are older, who have that experience in the golf world. So I've gotten a lot of experience. I've been very lucky to play a lot of good golf this summer.
So Peck well prepared as she looks to make a run this year. No bones about it. She's got some big goals in mind.
Yeah, my goal is to win state and to lead my team to the best possible. I can do it, and I want to dominate the Panhandle and really secure that win.
The Scottsbluff girls golf team set to open their season next Tuesday in Sydney. Now to the runners and the Scottsbluff cross country team, with Mary Sanchez moving from an assistant role to now taking over as head coach. A change in her role brings new challenges as the head coach.
We have 40 kids out, and I'm responsible for trying to create a program that meets every athlete at their level. And there's different levels of running, and so just kind of like trying to plan those out every week has been, a lot. And so just getting used to that has been a big transition, where I just came to practice before and, got to run with the kids and have fun. And I'm just responsible for their training, their whole training program now. But it's been fun learning. I've got great mentors. Jim Barker's back with us, and so he's volunteering and mentoring me through it.
On the boys' side, one of the team leaders is senior Jacob Mazer, who said Coach getting the job was big for the future of the program.
We were all really excited. We were looking to bring this team back to state championship contenders, and we're going to start off slow. So we're going to start by hopefully qualifying our team for state for the first time in a long time as a team.
For the Scottsbluff girls cross country team, senior Claire Tamala thinks they can run their way to some big finishes and results.
So I think we have a really good chance at being really good this year. I'm really excited to see how all the girls run, and we've just worked so hard for it. We will place at districts, and the end goal is to make it to state.
We'll hit the finish line here once again with Coach Mary Sanchez. She made no secret about it. She wants to return Scottsbluff cross country to top contender status.
I think a winning attitude, a winning mindset. I feel like we've kind of lost that. And so I'm trying to bring back just what it is to race and compete and, give it all at the end and do it for yourself, but do it for your team. When you're competing for your team, it means a little bit more. So you hold yourself a little bit more accountable. And so that's what we're trying to teach. Just that team unity and changing that culture back to what it used to be. Being part of Scottsbluff Cross Country was a big deal. And so we want them to be proud, and we want them to hold their heads high when they say they're part of cross country.
The cross country season for Scottsbluff will open Thursday of next week at Riverview Golf Course. Stay tuned for more fall sports previews here on KNEB.TV, the website, and on air.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the Twin Cities are set to play host to Year 2 of the Beef, Beans, and Bluegrass Festival this weekend. The 3-day festival will kick off Friday night at the Weborg 21 Center with a catered beef meal and live bluegrass band. On Saturday, vendors will fill the streets of downtown Scottsbluff, who are selling everything from jelly and jams, handcrafted items, and a whole lot more. Inside the 18th Street Plaza, there will be live music, food trucks, and adult beverages for purchase. This year's Beef, Beans, and Bluegrass Festival will conclude on Sunday with music, food, and games at Frank Park in Scottsbluff. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.